A very good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine at home. In last session, we have studied about session 1 of chapter 1, that is related to part A as per your curriculum of IT. Today, we are going to start with session 2 of chapter 1, that's name is communication cycle. So, basically, one Aristotle is the person who has quoted man is by nature a social animal. So, we the human being are most comfortable when we are connected, sharing our thoughts, feelings, ideas, and belief with our fellows being. So, the exchange of information with them by using words, by using gestures, by using expressions, or by using tones. So, this interaction is called a communication. So, what is communication? Communication is the process of passing information and understanding from one person to another. Either it is through written, either it is through verbal communication. In a simple word, it is a process of transmitting and sharing ideas, opinions, facts, values from one person to another person. Basically, it is a vital part of our daily routine life. We are sitting in school, we are listening to the teacher. It is a part of communication. We read books and magazines, we talk to friends, watch television, communication over the internet. So today language in its 12th form is the most competent means of communication. So language is the major thing how we are communicating, but it is not only one. We make use of other means too also. For effective communication of information, we have a two-way process. It means one will be sender side, one will be the receiver side. A two-way communication occurs when receiver send responses or feedback to the sender. In two-way communication process, the sender first transmits the message to receiver. After receiving a message, the receiver decode it. It means read it and then send back his or her reaction to the sender side. So the communication is not merely the transmission of message. It also includes an understanding of the message and giving the feedback also. So these are some prerequisites for effective communication. Effective communication can perform a language barrier, communication barrier. So many barriers are there. For effective communication, can have following principle of communication skill. First one, the language that is used in communication, it should be very simple and it should be understandable. And the communicator, it means the person who is sending message, it should be clear in his mind about the objective of communication. It means what he want to share. It should be clear in his mind. There should not be any ambiguity or in communication. And the information or message to be delivered should be complete in all respect. It should not be a partial part. It should be a complete statement that we are sharing or communicating. There is no any type of suspense in the statement. The communicator should select the proper media of communication, either by written, either by speaking, or best method, because such factor as the nature of communication, urgency of communication, distance between communicator and recipient of communication. And an effective communication should be accurate. Accuracy level should be high. So what are the importance of communication skill we will study now? Communication skill is very important factor at every life stage. Whether you are a student, you are a teacher, you are a businessman, you are a politician, you are a writer, or you are a orator, anything, communication skill are of paramount importance. Generally, you will find that people with good communication skills, they are rising faster in their daily routine life. It means who can communicate better, they can spread their business on a faster track. So communication skill are the essential for successful future career for a student life. Like reading, writing, listening carefully are the three most important communication skill for a student side. Apart from reading and writing, presentation, reports, speeches are the part of school curriculum. So this has been introduced in school and colleges for overall development of the student. So this make expressive skills and managing skill also for a student life. So communication skill helps us in various ways, like to learn. Communication helps to learn more from their teacher, from their friend circle, from their whole surrounding, from their society, from their culture. Everywhere you will be learn something new. And to grow, communication skill helps in career development. It means it leads to the improvement in the presence of mind and memory enhancement. It means it enhances your skill. You can think better, you can think more, you can think on a wide area. That is the part of growth. And influence, communication skill develop professionalism in students. For example, these leads to enhancement in teamwork and collaborative attitude. You can work in a group, you can work as a team leader, you can work as a manager, you can work as a colleague to express the feelings. Communication skill also helps in express one person feeling effectively to the other. It means it also depend upon emotional factor, quality of being friendly behavior. So these develop the quality of friendly behavior. Communication skill are also important in student in social networking. You can maintain your own network, you can maintain your friend circle. So these are seven elements of communication. Six elements are there. Seventh is a common element that is known as feedback. So communication process involve the following element: sender, encoding, message, channel, receiver, and decoding. So who is sender? Sender, the person who intended to convey the message, who want to send the message with the intention of passing information and idea to other person. That person is known as sender, who is ready to send the information or sharing the information. Encoding, it is the process. The subject matter of communication is theoretical and intangible, and its further passing require use of certain symbols such as words, actions, or pictures. So conversion of subject matter into these symbols is the process of encoding. In a simple language, the conversion of actual data into a symbolic form is known as a encoding. The conversion of data in a coded form is known as a encoding, and it generally happens on sender side. And message is the subject matter that is ready for communication. It may be your opinion, your attitude, feelings, view, order, suggestion, any idea, anything that you want to convey, that is the known as message. And communication channel, medium for transmission. So the person who is interested in communicating has to choose the channel for sending the required information or idea. So this information is transmitted to receiver by certain channels. Either it can be formal, either it can be informal method, either it can be social media, either it can be a email method, either it can be a personal information, either it can be a WhatsApp group. A receiver is the person who will receive the message, and afterward he will give the reply of your message after understanding the message. So for that person, message is being transferred, that is known as receiver. It is the receiver who tries to understand the message in the best possible manner in achieving the desired objective for communication. And decoding is the reverse process of encoding. In encoding, the actual data or actual information is getting converted in symbols or codes. But in decoding, the person after receiving the message convert the message from coded form or symbol to the actual data into the same form. So the process of converting data from another form to the actual form is known as decoding, that is performed at receiver side. Decoding is performed at receiver side while encoding is performed at sender side. Decoding will convert the data from coded form to actual form, and coding will convert the data from actual form to the coded form or symbol form. And what is feedback? Feedback is the last step. It is the process of ensuring that the receiver has received the message and understood the same sense that the sender want to meant, that the sender want to tell. So feedback is the last step. Without feedback, there is no full-fledged communication. So the communication process is an effective only when the intended message is successfully delivered, received, and understood. There are some factors that will affect the smooth transmission and interaction of message, like noise. Noise mean to say it is the problem when we are sending message on networks due to some technical fault. So it can be any type of barrier that affect the transmission and reception of the message. For example, some mobile network issues. Context. It refers to the situation in which communication takes place. The message exchanged in a hurry and distressed state may not be interpreted properly. Sometimes we are sending message in very fast track and we are not able to transfer it properly. So let's understand the communication process with the help of example. Ira, while chatting with her friend Priya on Messenger, asked her, "What are you liking?" Priya in her response typed, I like cooking my family and friends, and posted it. Soon after posting it, she realized her mistake, corrected it, and responded it, I like cooking my family and friends. Ira didn't get the corrected message due to some network issue. She found Priya first reply weird, so stopped chatting. And Priya had get ready for some party. She didn't bother to ask the reason for stopping the chatting process. In the above example, what happened? The sender is Ira and the receiver is Priya. And the medium is chat messenger. So the code is the English language and that they use for chatting. So the message is what are you liking? There are two feedbacks. The first one with punctuation error and second with corrected one. So, however, Ira didn't see the corrected message as the message didn't transmit it and Priya being in hurry didn't bother to ask. This is the communication problem. Let's do some exercise part. In one line form, communication is the process of passing information and understanding from one person to another. Elements of communication are source, sender, encoding, message, channel, decoding, receiver, and feedback. These are 7 steps. Sender is the person who wants to convey the message. Receiver is the person who receives the message. And the feedback is the process to ensure that the receiver has received the message and understood in the same sense or same meaning. This is the exercise part. Dash is the process of ensuring that the receiver has received the message. The answer is feedback. It is the last step of process that will understand that the message has been received and understood. In the dash step of communication process, the receiver interprets the message and translates it into the meaningful information. That is known as decoding. It means it is performed at receiver side and receiver will perform decoding and sender will perform encoding. So the answer will be decoding. The subject matter of communication is called dash. It is known as message. Next, dash is the person who want to convey the message. So sender will convey the message to receiver. Fill in the blanks. The response of the sender message is called a feedback. That is revert back from receiver to sender side. And communication is a two-way process. The person who intended to convey the message with the intention of passing information is known as sender, and the noise act as dash to effective communication barrier. It is acting as a clarity to the communication barrier. So this is the exercise part. In rest part, your question answers are given. You have to learn all question answers. You need not to write anything in notebook from part A chapter 1. So please learn all MCQs, fill-ups or whatsoever it is given question answer, but you need not to write in your notebook. Learn it very carefully. I'll ask for text. I'll take test of this session also after completion of this chapter. If in this session you are having any doubt, you can ask me on my personal WhatsApp number or you can put me any message or you can call me. So for this session, we have completed session 2 of chapter 1. Bye bye. We will meet in next session with next session.